Hi guys, okay, so I know it's been a while since I posted a video. Um, things have been kind of a little busy, I guess. I don't really know. I mean, I, I'm sure everybody's heard, coronavirus, so that's a thing. Um, but yeah, I'm fine. I'm totally fine, not sick or anything. At least I'm not sick as far as I'm aware of. I haven't been to the doctor because I haven't had many symptoms, if any. So that's good, I guess. But yeah, I've been blogging a bit. I have a WordPress blog that I've been doing on. I've been posting on there a lot last year. This year though, not so much. Oh, fun thing that I did. I went to New Zealand in November or in December. I went I went to New Zealand in December, so that was exciting. Went on another cruise. It was another cruise. That got. Oh, speaking of New Zealand, one of the things I got was this book, the Silmarillion. I don't know how you pronounce the name, honestly. It's by Tolkien, edited by his son. I think. I think Christopher Tolkien, the son. I think he passed away. I'm not sure. I'd have to double check on that. But yeah, I got that book. The reason how I got that book is one of the days that we were in Auckland, New Zealand. One of those, it was like the first or second day. My parents and I went on a tour to Hobbiton. If you don't know what Hobbiton is, you need to go watch the Lord of the Rings trilogy as well as the Hobbit trilogy, because once you see those, you'll understand what Hobbiton is. It's fun. My parents haven't. Now, I've seen it. I've seen all 6 movies. I think I've read a couple of the books. Maybe. I don't remember offhand, but I've at least seen the movies. The Hobbiton is. Or Hobbiton, I shouldn't say the Hobbiton. Hobbiton is basically the Shire. So but yeah, I've seen the movies. They have not. My parents have not seen the movies. My mom was just like, what do I expect? Because considering she hasn't seen the movie, she was just like, what do I expect from this? And I was just like, just expect awesomeness. And it was. She was surprised and pretty amazed about it. And I was like, okay, now we have to go see the movies. Now we gotta go watch the movies, because if we don't watch the movies, you're not gonna fully, get the beauty of it. But it was fun. They liked it. We did some other stuff, and now with us going to New Zealand, that was kind of a birthday present to me, because we left on Thanksgiving. And the reason why I say it's a birthday present to me is because my birthday is on November 28th every year. Well, obviously every year, but it's on November 28th, and so I'm a Thanksgiving baby. Was supposed to be a Christmas baby, but came a month early, which that happens sometimes, babies are born every day. Some, early, some on time, others late. I was one of the ones that came early, which is kind of ironic, because I was born. I don't remember. I don't know if I was actually born on Thanksgiving, but either way, I was born around Thanksgiving, so I was born early. So I guess in a way, everybody who was there was thankful that both me and my mom were healthy. Yeah, we were healthy. Well, to some degree. I'm not going to get into details because that is between me and her. So, but anyway, so either way, it's a good thing I came out healthy. But yeah, so that was kind of a birthday present for me. The day we left to go on the cruise, I spent my birthday in airports. But hey, that was fine with me. Got to spend my birthday traveling to a place that I'd never been and that I wanted to go to because, I mean, hello, Lord of the Rings. And also, when are you ever going to get a chance to go to New Zealand anyway? That's like a once in a lifetime thing, so I'm like, you know what? Why the hell not? So yeah, that happened. That was fun. Got lots of pictures. I would like to go back, but I mean, you know, I went once. Cross that off my list. But yeah, I know you guys are probably like, oh, why are you touching your nose? You're transmitting. Well, my nose freaking itches. That's why. Don't judge me. I'm alone in my room, so it's not like I'm gonna pass this on to anybody else unless they come into my room. But yeah, so that's that. Yes, I am in my bed, but I was kind of doing laundry. It's a good day to do laundry. It's kind of It's kind of a ick day, really. Yeah, kind of rainy. But yeah, it's like, if it's raining, why be dressed? I was in my PJs earlier this morning. Then I took a shower. And I was like, you know what? I feel like getting dressed, because why not? But yeah, so that's fun. Work. Been working a lot. Well, I say a lot. I've been working, like, my regular hours. This week, though, I'm only working 3 days, really. I worked yesterday and last night, like yesterday afternoon. I worked yesterday afternoon and then last night. Off today, working tomorrow morning. Working tomorrow morning. And then off those next couple of days, and then Saturday. And then off Sunday. Thanks, coronavirus. I need because nobody's frickin' traveling, and like, that's where, I'm doggy daycare. I mean, I work at a dog boarding facility, so if nobody's traveling, they can't board their dogs, and if they don't board their dogs, then we have no business. Or we have very little business, and if we have very little business, that means a very small paycheck for me. But, I mean, there's only so much we can do with this, but, yeah. That's why you gotta save for times like this. That's why you gotta, like, put squirrel money away for situations like this, because if you work in, like, the food industry, or, like me, dog daycare, animal care, or any other business where, you rely on people coming to your business, then it's, my hair. Yeah, if you're like me, then it's problematic. It's kind of problematic. A bit. Because, I mean, we got bills to pay. We've got bills. We have rent. We've got stuff that we need money to pay for. Yeah. So, but, speaking of saving, I'm using this app called Digit. It is approved by the bank. It is. As far as I'm aware, it is. I haven't had any issues with Digit and my bank. So it's, you know, as far as I know, it's good. It works. So there's that. But anyway, I'm using that as like a little savings thing that I can save up for different things. Like I can set a goal. Like let's say I want a new computer or something. I can put in how much I want to save for that computer. Like maybe let's say like $400. So I put in, $400 for the amount that I want to save. And then I put in, computer, because that's what I'd be saving for. And then I'd put like a little emoji icon of a computer, because, yeah. And every day it will take a small amount of money from your bank account and put it into the goal that you're saving for. And it's worked. I mean, I've paid off, like, I think the last couple of cruises I've been on, I've used Digit to pay them off. Well, my parents paid for it. Like, paid for my portion, and then I just paid them. So, but, I mean, I used Digit to, save up the money to be able to pay them. And so that helped. Because I make a decent enough paycheck, really. I'm not going to say how much, because, don't want to talk money on here. But anyway, so I mean, the last couple of cruises, I've used Digit to pay those off. Last year, I used Digit, like last year, well, when I was in high school, and maybe a little bit of college, my dad and I would always do a, mission trip. We would always do a mission trip in Petersburg, Virginia. And what we would do, it's kind of like Habitat for Humanity. It's called work camp. But it's kind of like Habitat for Humanity. But the only difference is, instead of building houses, we are repairing houses or painting or putting up wheelchair ramps. Just helping people who may not be able to afford some of these things, and who might not be able to do these things themselves. Like maybe, like with the wheelchair ramps, we'll put them down so that it's easy. We'll put them up so that it's easier access for, them, because the people in the wheelchairs may not be able to get out of the house. Or if they do, it's relatively hard for them to get out of the house. So if we put up a wheelchair ramp, then they can go outside, get out of the house. If they need to get to the hospital for a medical procedure or checkup or whatever, the ramp will help them, and or the medical staff who comes to pick them up. It'll help them get them out of the house easier. So that's great. It's usually like 2 weeks every summer, like 2 weeks out of the summer. I've been going since, I think, 2005. So cumulative, like, I took a break. Like, I didn't go for a couple of years, for like maybe 5 or 6. So I've been doing it for about like 10 years. Like, not necessarily consecutively. Last summer was the first time that I was actually back at work camp. So I went. I think part of the reason why I didn't go for a while was, I want to say it's because I aged out, and I probably did. My mom has a different theory on that, but I like to say that I aged out of the program, which is probably true. Plus, I mean, other people, like other high schoolers and stuff, they needed a chance to go. So it's probably a good thing that didn't go for a while. But last year, I went again for the young adult program, which was a new thing that they're doing. This is the second year that they're doing it. It's usually in July, like first and third weekend in July or something like that. So there's that. Last year, it was my first year back. Since we're doing the young adult thing, it was just like a couple of days over the weekend. But last year, within the first 30 minutes of getting onto that site, onto the work site that I was on, I freaking rolled my ankle. But I mean, after about 10 years of doing work camp, with no injury, my card was up pretty much. So, I mean, I rolled this ankle, that one back there. If you've ever seen a horse or have rode horses, my ankle was about the size of a horse's ankle. Like where the hoof meets the leg. That's how big it was. It was not fun. Honestly, I think the assistant manager at work, she gave me a week off just to get my ankle, so that my ankle could get back to normal. But, I mean, it was my right ankle, too. My left ankle, I wouldn't have cared if it was my left ankle, because my left ankle's kind of screwed up anyway. My left leg is a mess. So, left leg I wouldn't mind it, but it was my right one. So that was lovely. I mean, now my right ankle is kind of loose. I need to crack it every so often, like at least once every couple of days. But, I mean, you know, life happens. my time was up, really. So there's that. But I'm kind of excited for that, because, yeah, I have, like, till the end of the month to, I have to get my application thing in by the end of the month, which I probably should get on that, but I've got a couple of days to do it, so I'm not worried about it. So yeah, there's that. I'm hoping with the coronavirus thing going around, I'm hoping they don't cancel it, but yeah. What else is new? I've been doing quite a few TikToks lately. I can put my handle down there in the description thing. But, yeah, I've been doing quite a few TikToks lately. I did a couple earlier, like just before recording this, so yeah, that's fun. Part of me's not really sure what I'm gonna be doing the next couple of days. It's weird, because it's weird only working 3 days. I'm used to working 5. But then, well, I don't know if it's weird. Like, I mean, I work part-time, so like, most of the week, really, I'm only working, like, 1 shift a day. So, I guess if you just combine 2 of those shifts, you know, I'd be working, like, 3 full days. Or 3.5 full days. maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I'd have to think about that, but it's one of those things. It's just one of those things. I don't know. It's weird having 4 days off, though. I don't usually have 4 days off. But yeah, probably just be, I mean, depending on if my parents are home for any amount of time, I guess I could work on my room. It's kind of a mess, a little bit. I mean, well, I say kind of a mess. Like, I mean, really. No, really. I don't know if you consider that a mess. I mean, like, you want to see a mess, you should have seen my room, like, 10 years ago. It was, like, worse than this, than what it is now. I guess this would be normal for, you know, a person's room. I mean, usually when you think 31, you'd think, you know, neat, picked up, things in their place, kind of cute, kind of kitschy. No, my room, no. My room is not. It's got, like, a, kind of an Asian theme going, but not really. So, yeah, there is that. Oi! Yes, I have stuffed animal. I've got, like, stuffed animals. That one I don't sleep with. That one I don't really sleep with. That one, yeah. Got a bunny right there. I'm laying on another stuffed dog. But yeah. So I guess that's a little update on me. Oh, I got some plants. I bought a couple plants. I bought, like, 2 Venus flytraps and 2 spider plants. And a couple of, wall hangers. I think I might put one of the Venus flytraps downstairs and bring the other one up here in my room. Spider plant's probably gonna stay up here because I don't really have plants in my room, and I mean, I had plants in my room. I had, like, one of the moon cacti and this other plant. I don't even know what it's called. Looks kind of like a spider plant, but it's not. So I got those. I had those 2 up in my room for a while. The one that looks like a spider plant has gotten huge. Or, well, I wouldn't say huge. It's gotten bigger. So there's that. So I've had to repot that one, like, 2, 3 times. Just repotted it, like, a few days ago. It came in the little plastic thing that you get in, like, the garden center that they usually come in, so then I had to, after a while, I needed to find a pot for it, so after I found the pot, I replanted it, and then it got a little big. It got bigger, then it kind of plateaued a little bit, so I left it for about a month or so before replanting, just so it could kind of settle in. Then I repotted it into a bigger pot, and repeated the cycle. Let it grow, let it settle, and then got a giant, bigger pot. I have no idea what to put in that one, so that'll be interesting. I'll have to figure. You know? I might put my one Venus flytrap in that one. Maybe. Yeah, I probably will. Okay, so anyway, and then I also got the wall planter things that are kind of cute. If I like the way they look, like, if I like how I have them hanging, I might get more, and put more plants in them. I'm thinking of putting them on that wall right there, that wall, because that's where it's got more light coming through, and this way I can have, you know, plants in my room that are getting light and all that fun stuff. And I'd have, you know, circulating, or I'd have, like, airflow, because spider plants spider plants are ones that they clean the air in a room, so they're good to have. So I'm getting those. And Venus flytraps are just, Venus flytraps. They're carnivorous. They eat flies and other pests. So yeah, that'll be fun. you know. I also I was at Walmart the other day. Needed to get a couple of things, and I also got. I don't know if I've showed you any of these books by this author, but I've got. I didn't get these books this last trip. I got them I ordered them online, but I got these two. Darkest Night and Darkest Kiss. This one is the first book in her Lords of the Underworld series. Well, it's second book. It's I think she has a book that's supposed to be read before this one, but I think this one might be the first, the official first book in her Lords of the Underworld series. This I've just started reading now. With those books, the first book that I read from her was The Darkest Touch. Here they are. Okay, so I've got them. Now, I kind of did a weird thing. I don't normally do this, but I read this series out of order. This one, Darkest Touch, I read this one first. This was the first book I read. It's the 11th book in the series, because, the reason why I read it out of order is because this was the first book by her that I saw in Walmart. So I was like, oh, that looks interesting. The cover of it looks interesting. I read a little bit of it, and I was like, oh, this is cool. I'm going to read it. So I bought it, read it, liked it, and I was like, okay, I need to get, next book. And then I think, then Darkest Torment came out. And so I bought that one, and that's the 12th book. And then I got The Darkest Whisper, right? Because I got that one. And did I read this one? I think I read this one on the New Zealand cruise. Yeah, I think I read that one on the New Zealand cruise. I don't remember offhand which book it is, but which book number. I don't remember offhand what book number it is, but yeah, that one comes before The Darkest Touch. And then I was talking to a mom about it, or I was talking to a friend, I guess. I don't know. Birth mom, maybe. Yeah. I was talking to her about it, and because she was looking for something to read. I think she was just looking for a new series to read. And so, I told her about it. I was like, hey, I'm reading, this series. It's pretty interesting. I like it. You might like it. I don't know. It's paranormal romance. So, if you like paranormal stuff, it would be a book for you. If you like romance, no, if you kind of like romance novels, it would be a good book. If you like paranormal romance, I definitely recommend it. So I mentioned it to her, and I was like, well, if you want to read it in order, I would start with, the first book, which in this case is The Darkest Night. And so she started reading it. She finds it interesting. And it's different. I will give you that. It's different. It does get a little confusing sometimes. Because I started on, the 11th book. It's one of those things where it's to why. But, so if you're just starting out reading a series, I'd suggest starting with the first book, because if you start with, the 11th book, is going to get confusing fast because you're going to be like, who the hell are all these characters? So if you start with the first one and then go further, then you can be like, okay, I like this book, and then it'll introduce you to different characters. So that when you get to the 11th book, you'll understand. But yeah, so those are the two ones that I've been reading. The other book that I've been reading by her is, I know the price tag still on it, but it's this one, Turkish King. I don't know, and apparently it's a signed copy. I don't know if it's like officially signed, but it is freaking signed. I mean, look at that. Yeah, so there is that. It's hardback. I'm not a big fan of. I mean, I like hardback covers. I like hardcovers, but I also like paperbacks too. Like, I like paperbacks because you can stick them in your purse. They're small enough that you can carry around. Hardcovers, though, not so much. But they're hardcovers, so they're more durable. So, I'm kind of excited to read this new book. I honestly don't know what order. Like, I don't know what number it is. Like, I don't know. So, I guess I've just got to wait. No, I think it's number 15. So I guess I'll have to wait and read it later. But yeah, I'm a little excited. It's my new she is my new author, my new favorite author, Gina Showalter. When I was in middle school, there was this one author. Dang, Sarah Douglas. That's what her name is, Sarah Douglas, or was. She has since passed away, but when I was in middle school, she used to write a whole bunch. Obviously, she's an author, but my favorite series from her was the Wayfarer Redemption series. And the first book that I ever bought by her, I swear, I read that book so much. The front cover came off, and that first page. Both came off. I read that book to death, pretty much. It's still readable. I had to tape it back together, but I think I might get, I might see if I can find a new copy of it. But you can tell that book, I will show you. I will show you guys. Honestly, yeah. I mean, look, see? Front cover came off, and the back cover's coming up. This book is well loved. It is well loved. It came up. It's come apart. The spine's coming off too. Yeah, but so I haven't. I honestly, I haven't touched that book in a while. Aside from just now, but I haven't really read that book because I'm a little nervous. I don't want it coming apart anymore. So I think I might, if I get a new copy of the book, then yeah, I'll read it. But yeah, that's what happens with paperbacks. That's one downside with paperbacks is they come apart. Hardcovers, though, you don't have to worry about it too much. But yeah, so that's interesting. That'll be fun. So yeah, that was just a little update on me. So I got a couple of other things to do this afternoon. So I will see you guys later, I guess. Yeah, I'll talk to you guys later if I remember to make another video. So I'll try not to wait too long this time. So I will see you guys later. Bye.